Welcome back to the EDP Billabong Pro Ericeira 2019. Friday afternoon, early evening, and a bit of a party atmosphere developing on the beach. We've had a massive dev competition. The swell has ramped right up. Paul Evans in for the post show alongside Ben Mundy and Pete Tamel. Pete, some key thoughts, some takeaways from a big day competition.
I like my art. This is
It's
our
looking good, mate. Yeah, it's looking really nice.
So all those little white marks are the surfers still in the mix, making their way up the QS rankings. I've been having fun doing that, and it's kind of part of this whole story is getting points, putting points on the board, and getting into that top 10 picture.
And you think about that jeopardy. We're coming into late season because last big 10,000 outside of Hawaii, but also a bit of added jeopardy. It's macking out there.
It is. It's going to be a big day tomorrow. Supposedly an increase in swell. Fingers crossed it kind of stays the same. I think that this lineup likes a little bit more control. That doesn't want to get too out of control. Then we won't see a whole lot of surfing. Although that we are man-on-man, I think we'll be bringing the boats back, so that'll help keep things sped up.
All right, well, let's think about our top 5 moments of the day. It's been a big day competition. Surf has ramped right up, and we have had a lot of highlight moments. First of all, our thoughts are with Samuel Pupo, and he lit it up early on.
Yeah, he did, and he's still going. So it's one of those kids that you think about it, he is the man of the Pupo. We lost older brother, but this kid is lower in the rankings, so he wants to catch up to the brother, although the brother's sitting at number 2 in the rankings. He would love that. Would it be kind of cool to see the brothers, compete and end up qualifying together? Would be awesome. But it's been fun to watch him. This was an 8.5. It got him to turn the heat. We're still seeing him compete in this one-on-one competition in the round of 16. We'll be up early for tomorrow.
So Samuel Pupo, good job early doors. And let's think about young talent still. He kept everyone waiting for this one. It was Chris Safis Monday.
This is Fred Baraz, I think. I think this you see Big Freddie laying down the hammer. So Freddie and Connor O'Leary got through this heat. And I'll tell you what, they were heavy hitting. It's unsurprising. 2 CT surfers with experience, and they got power and they got control, and you needed it today in these type of waves.
That turn also was done at the very end. He made an audible call and got the score at the very end.
Yeah,
so
exactly, Pete. He got away with 3 minutes to go, and he motored back out. He was kicking ferociously. He was powering through the lineup, all that training, all that fitness, and he got this wave just at the end. So, yeah, mate, he wanted it so much, and he delivered, and the crowd went wild. It was a pretty special moment of a day full of them.
Here goes Chris Safis. He kept everyone waiting for this one. Nailed a big number at the end.
He did, and he needed it. And that kind of surfing will help carry momentum into, well, we'll almost call it finals day. We're not going to quite go there yet, but there is still the round of 16 to go. But Safis has been quite a surprise. He's a youngster, but he's been able to handle these big moments and not have those jitters. So I think that if you think about all the Aussies, that community, that collective, the energy that they have, they ride off of it.
Yeah, for sure. And the Aussies all backing each other. Haven't seen a big sort of lot of Aussie push for a while. But Cristiano Peterson, he fought back. He fought hard. But I think this was a 7.50. And it was a great score, but we actually lost him towards the back end of this heat. So he was surfing strong. Again, the sole CT competitor. It's a CT graveyard. I think Jaeger Dora is the only CT surfer left in the whole event. 17 started. And although Pedersen surfed this wave amazingly, unfortunately he didn't make it through to the next round.
Yeah, he didn't. And he felt that it was good. I mean, he was one of those guys that needs those points too, so desperately. This was an 8.10. Safis getting into the top 5 twice for the day, so he has been one of our highlight surfers of this round and of all the rounds we've had today. He's going to be coming up against, I'm trying to think of who he's got for his one-on-one heat, but this kid has been very spicy and showing us a different, fresh look, and I think that's something. He's got a raw style, and I like that. You just don't know what's coming.
Let's talk some Connor O'Leary. Highest heat total around 3.
Yeah, he absolutely belted these 2 waves. And the thing about Connor's, Pete, he only got 3 big turns on each wave, and he just, I think the key part of this is that the way he draws out his bottom end turns. This is a high lip line, drives down, but this is the bottom end turn that sets him up, and he just slams it and then comes around again, and then it just clicks it off the top. And in his next heat, he also did a clutch maneuver to get out of it into the 8. So yeah, really strong surfing from Connor.
And he's he's been one of those guys that's very reliable. Doesn't make a whole lot of errors.
And the goofies are surfing great, Pete.
Yeah, they are. I mean, I think that this wave, we talk about forehand being kind of an advantage. I don't know. I mean, I think that the ability of the backhanders these days, they can go a bit more vertical and they showcase a little different look. I think it's kind of even Steven as far as that goes. It's just who's going to get the best waves.
Bit of a surprise to see in a real heavy hit Alejo Muniz go down in this one. And two of our big heavy hitters, Federico Moraes and Conor O'Leary, they took him down.
Yeah, it was, and he had to have that nerve and hang through the whole heat. You got 30 minutes to make it happen. You got to use that entire 30 minutes.
Yeah, and Alejo, he surfed well. He's been back from injury only like 25 days, he said. He's been an injury-play career. We see Freddie, though, and he just had that composure. This wasn't a big score, but it was under pressure. And this is the area you see him motor back out, and then he came back with this. And, he's the only Portuguese surfer left in the event. He's in number 10 on the QS, and he's starting to really solidify his qualification for next year. Considering he's going into Hawaii with this type of form, geez, you'd be a brave man to bet against him.
Well, and if he can make it just a couple more heats, I mean, he's guaranteed right now an equal 9th with 17,000 points. That's close, but ultimately he gets around into the quarterfinals. He's looking at almost 19,000 points. That would all but guarantee a spot for next year.
That's right. And this guy, Alejo, he's not in the qualification race because of his injury. He's only just back, as I said, but he showed so much form. I mean, we've seen him on the C2. We've seen him coming to the top 10, I think, back in 2012. He's got such spark, and we're going to see great things from him as he improves.
Yeah, this was the big number from Connor. So reliable, as I had mentioned, but look at this section here and just straight up into it. Carries all that speed into this next move. And he felt it. I was wondering what was going on there. I saw it kind of happen. I'm like, was he punching his legs because they were burning? But no, he was psyched.
And then we kicked off the man-on round, and the Aussies absolutely lit up Heat 1.
Yeah, Ethan Ewing. And we talk about this surfer's style and how he makes things look easy, but even these large, chunky conditions, he is so polished. I mean, there's bump, it's 6 to 8 foot of sort of Atlantic Ocean, and he just looks so polished. He sort of, let wide in that section, but there's a reason for that, because he's just got flow, and he's got a connection with the wave, and he looks great. And this is a big result for him. He's been struggling this year, and I just find that this could be a breakthrough performance, could make a big difference.
Well, he's backing up what he did last year. He got to the quarterfinals here, ended up against Gabriel Medina and losing out. This time, he's going to have a little easier draw. He's not going to have a world champion in his heat, but he's ultimately going to have to surf like he did today. And if he does, I think that he's got the ability to go all the way. And if he could take a win, think of the momentum he's going to have then.
That's right. And that was Cooper Chapman, who another one of the Aussie Storm just for this event. They've been having a great time.
How fun was this heat to watch?
Oh,
yeah.
man.
It was a
What
highlight
a show
ball.
these two put on. This was incredible. Taj was frothing in the booth.
Haymakers coming across. I got this. So fun.
It kind of means a lot to them too. I mean, it means a lot for everybody, but these guys have been struggling a bit with sponsorship, and just getting themselves here has been huge. And they've been through some ups and downs, as everyone has, but they've put it together in Ericeira, which is great.
Look at the waves at this point too. I mean, you talk about emulation of bells. It was hard not to see it there, just clear as can be. The wind's kind of the same direction, the power of the wave, the outside section, then the milk, and how important the inside had become throughout the event.
Yeah, I defy you to watch that wave of viewing, and if you said that was bells, no one would ever question it, would they?
Exactly right.
Because it just looks so similar. And even the end section here, which Ethan clicked off, and yeah, I think he's got a great board, there's that pintail, and he just looks like he's found his groove.
5 massive moments from a big day competition. Surf is firing down here. It's time to think about the EDP wave of the day. And we talked about CT surfers and surfers trying to get back there. Alex Ribeiro flying high on the QS at the moment, looking real good for qualification. And he smashed a big 9 today, Pete, for the wave of the day.
He actually ended up overtaking Miggy Pupo, was sitting number 2 on real-time rankings in this. But it was hard to bet against him when he's surfing like this early in the morning. Great wave choice, and this wave just almost perfect. 2 judges said 10s, and a couple didn't quite go there.
I know, it's a 9.83, and he's never had a 10 in the QS before. 2 judges gave it to him, 3 didn't. And so, unfortunately for Alex, he only got 9.83, but I'll tell you what, he's qualified. Let's call it, Pete. I think he's pretty much He's bagged his CT
in my
spot.
opinion, it is. Yeah, no, he's
Yeah.
got. I mean, come on. You look at his point totals right now. Alex sitting on 21,580 points, real-time rankings. So
They're the real-time rankings right there, aren't they?
Yeah, right here.
That
Real-time.
texture-coloured feed, that's real-time right there. That's an analog.
This is analog real-time.
Pete Mel's got a limited colour palette, but he is doing the hard yards in terms of the brain power, and he's just working out possibilities down here. It's getting quite tight. We've lost quite a few servers in contention. Things are starting to crystallise in terms of that qualification story. We're coming into finals weekend. We're expecting surf still to be pretty big tomorrow morning, then a little bit of a drop, but we're going to have great swell on tap with good conditions. It's going to be finals weekend down here in Ericeira. Join us tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. local time. We'll see you on worldsurfleague.com. Thanks for tuning in today. We'll see you tomorrow.